An intelligent person does not waste time explaining their decisions. They do not argue, they do not justify, and they do not seek approval for protecting their peace. They understand that in order to rise, some things and some people must be left behind. Not with anger, not with bitterness, but with wisdom. There are two types of people an intelligent person silently cuts off. The first are the dream killers. These are the ones who always have a reason why your vision won't work. They remind you of your past failures. They question your ability. They speak doubt into your future. And they do it not because they are wise, but because they are afraid. They fear what you might become, because your success will expose their excuse. They would rather see you shrink than watch you grow beyond them. But an intelligent person does not argue with such people. They simply move in silence and let success answer every doubt. The second type are the energy drainers. These are the ones who take and never give. They come with problems but never solutions. They want your time but have no value to add. They always need help but never offer support. They are like weights tied to your feet while you are trying to run. And an intelligent person understands that you cannot reach your destination while carrying unnecessary burden. So they do not explain, they do not fight, they do not announce their departure, they simply step away. Growth requires separation. Just as a tree must shed dead branches to thrive, an intelligent person knows that not everyone can continue on their journey. The higher you go, the thinner the air, and not everyone is built to breathe at the level you are reaching. Some relationships are seasonal. Some connections were only meant to teach you a lesson, not walk with you forever. The intelligent person does not entertain distractions. They do not allow their mind to be poisoned by negativity. They do not waste time trying to convince people who refuse to see their worth. Instead, they focus, they build, they protect their mind like a fortress, because they know that their thoughts shape their destiny. And so they walk away not with anger, but with clarity, not with arrogance, but with purpose. And in the end, it is not their words, but their transformation that speaks the loudest. An intelligent person understands that the company they keep shapes their future. They are not reckless with their associations because they know that every conversation, every relationship, and every influence is either pushing them forward or pulling them backward. They do not surround themselves with people just for the sake of companionship. They choose connections that align with their vision, their values, and their purpose. Not everyone deserves a seat at the table of your life. Some people bring wisdom while others bring confusion. Some challenge you to grow while others keep you comfortable in mediocrity. An intelligent person is not afraid to distance themselves from those who do not contribute to their progress. They are selective because they understand that the energy around them influences their decisions, their mindset, and ultimately their success. A person who wants to fly cannot spend all their time with those who are afraid of heights. If you want to elevate, you must associate with people who understand the journey, people who inspire, challenge, and push you to become better, people who celebrate your progress instead of feeling threatened by it. The right associations will sharpen your mind, strengthen your vision, and propel you forward, while the wrong ones will slow you down and keep you stuck in cycles of limitation. An intelligent person does not keep people in their life out of guilt, fear, or obligation. They choose relationships based on purpose. They understand that where they are going is too important to be compromised by the wrong company. They do not hold on to dead weight. They do not force connections that no longer serve them. They surround themselves with people who add value, who uplift, and who contribute to their destiny, because they know that in the end, the voices they allow around them will determine the future they create. An intelligent person recognizes that not everyone who speaks into their life has their best interests at heart. Some people, whether out of fear, insecurity, or their own failures, will try to plant seeds of doubt in your mind. These are the dream killers. They are the ones who never see possibilities, only obstacles. They remind you of what could go wrong, but never what could go right. They laugh at your ambitions, not because they are impossible, but because they themselves were too afraid to pursue their own. A dream killer doesn't always come as an enemy. Sometimes they wear the mask of a friend, a mentor, or even family. They claim to be realistic, to be protecting you from disappointment, but in reality, they are projecting their own fears onto you. They do not attack with weapons. They attack with words. Words that make you question yourself. Words that drain your passion. Words that make you hesitate when you should be moving forward. And hesitation is the enemy of destiny. An intelligent person does not waste time arguing with dream killers. They do not try to prove their vision to those who refuse to see it. They simply move in silence. They let their progress speak louder than opinions. They understand that the greatest response to doubt is success. Instead of defending their dreams, they build them. Instead of seeking approval, they let results be the proof. Cutting off a dream killer is not about hatred or bitterness. It's about protecting purpose. It is about guarding the fire within you from those who would extinguish it. Not everyone is meant to understand your journey. Not everyone has the capacity to believe in what you carry. That is why an intelligent person does not beg for validation. They simply distance themselves from voices that do not align with their vision. Because in the end, your future is too valuable to be left in the hands of those who do not believe in it. An intelligent person understands that energy is one of the most valuable resources in life. It fuels creativity, productivity, and progress. But just as there are people who inspire and uplift, there are also those who drain, distract, and deplete. These are the energy drainers, the ones who constantly take but never give, who demand attention but never offer support, who pull you into their problems but never seek solutions. Energy drainers come in many forms. Some are always in crisis, always in need, always expecting you to rescue them from situations they created. They thrive on drama and negativity, and no matter how much you pour into them, they never change. Others drain your energy not through chaos, but through complacency. They have no ambition, no vision, no drive, yet they want your time and attention. They see you growing, yet they do nothing to grow themselves. Instead, they become a weight on your journey, slowing you down, keeping you tied to unproductive conversations, unnecessary distractions, and unfruitful connections. An intelligent person recognizes that no matter how much they care for others, they cannot afford to sacrifice their purpose for people who refuse to take responsibility for their own lives. They know that their energy must be invested wisely in relationships that build, not drain, in conversations that inspire, not exhaust, in people who contribute, not just consume. Cutting off energy drainers is not about being unkind, it is about being intentional. It is about refusing to waste time on relationships that do not serve a higher purpose. An intelligent person does not announce their departure, argue, or justify their decision. They simply step back. They stop engaging in fruitless conversations. They stop giving energy to those who do not value it. They walk away silently, not out of anger, but out of wisdom. Because they know that in order to reach their highest potential, they must protect their energy at all costs. An intelligent person understands that growth and comfort cannot coexist. To become more, you must leave behind what no longer serves you. Separation is not a sign of arrogance. It is a necessity for elevation. Just as a tree must shed dead branches to reach its full height, a person must release relationships, habits, and environments that hinder their progress. Not everyone can go where you are going, and not everyone is meant to grow with you. The greatest transformations in life happen when you dare to step away from what is familiar. Many people resist separation because they fear loneliness. But an intelligent person knows that loneliness is better than stagnation. They understand that some connections were only meant for a season. And when that season ends, holding on will only slow them down. Some friendships were built on old versions of you, and when you outgrow that version, the relationship no longer fits. Some people supported you at one stage of your life, but they cannot handle the next stage of your journey. Growth exposes those who were only comfortable with your limitation. Separation is painful, but so is staying stuck. The caterpillar cannot become a butterfly if it refuses to leave the cocoon. A seed cannot become a tree if it refuses to break through the ground. Growth requires breaking, shedding, and stepping into the unknown. An intelligent person does not apologize for evolving. They do not shrink themselves to make others comfortable. They do not delay their progress for the sake of maintaining relationships that no longer align with their purpose. The higher you go, the thinner the air. Not everyone is built to breathe at the level you are reaching. Some will try to hold you back, not because they are bad people, but because they are not meant to continue with you. An intelligent person recognizes when it is time to walk along for the sake of their destiny. They understand that separation is not rejection, it is preparation for something greater. They do not cling to what is comfortable. They move forward with faith, knowing that what they gain will always be greater than what they leave behind. An intelligent person does not waste time on unnecessary conflicts. They do not announce their departure, engage in arguments, or seek validation for their decisions. When they recognize that a relationship, friendship, or association no longer serves their purpose, they simply walk away. No warnings, no explanations, no drama. They understand that energy spent on proving a point is energy taken away from progress. The world is full of people who thrive on confrontation, who want attention, and who seek to pull others into emotional battles that lead nowhere. But an intelligent person refuses to be drawn into chaos. They do not need to explain why they are leaving behind negativity, because their actions are not based on emotion, they are based on wisdom. A person who knows their worth does not beg to be understood, nor do they waste words on those who refuse to listen. Walking away silently is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of self-control. It takes maturity to step back without making noise, to move forward without looking back. Those who are meant to stay in your life will respect your decision. Those who do not belong will expose themselves by how they react to your absence. Silence is powerful because it forces people to reflect on their own behavior. When you stop feeding energy into toxic connections, they fade on their own. An intelligent person does not need closure from those who do not value them. They do not chase after apologies that will never come. They do not seek to change people who have no desire to grow. Instead, they redirect their focus, protect their peace, and continue building their future, because they know that success is the best response and peace of mind is the greatest victory. An intelligent person understands that the mind is the control center of their life. Whatever occupies their thoughts will eventually shape their reality. That is why they guard it fiercely, refusing to allow negativity, doubt, or distractions to take root. They know that vision is fragile. It can be nurtured and strengthened, or it can be weakened and destroyed by the wrong influences. Protecting the mind and vision is not an option. It is a necessity for those who are determined to fulfill their purpose. The greatest battles are not fought with weapons. They are fought in the mind. The words you hear, the people you listen to, and the thoughts you entertain all determine whether you rise or remain stuck. An intelligent person is intentional about what they consume. They do not allow fear-based opinions to dictate their actions. They do not absorb every piece of advice because they know that not all counsel is wise. They surround themselves with voices that uplift, challenge, and push them toward greatness. They avoid environments that poison their mindset with doubt and mediocrity. Vision requires focus. Anything that distracts from that focus is a threat. The intelligent person knows that some conversations are not worth having, some relationships are not worth maintaining, and some battles are not worth fighting. They refuse to engage in gossip, arguments, and pointless debates that drain their energy and shift their attention away from their goals. They choose to walk away rather than waste time proving themselves to people who were never meant to understand their journey. Protecting the mind also means setting boundaries. An intelligent person does not allow just anyone to have access to their thoughts, emotions, or time. They recognize that not everyone deserves a seat at their table because some people come only to take while others come to build. They carefully guard their inner circle, ensuring that only those who align with their vision and values have influence in their life. Above all, an intelligent person feeds their mind with wisdom, inspiration, and knowledge that fuels their purpose. They are careful about what they watch, what they listen to, and what they allow into their heart. They understand that the mind is like soil. Whatever's planted will eventually grow. And so they plant seeds of success, faith, and determination, knowing that in due time, they will reap a harvest of greatness. An intelligent person understands that success is not just about talent or hard work. It is about the choices they make and the people they allow into their life. They know that not everyone deserves access to their mind, their energy, or their vision. That is why they silently cut off dream killers, who plant seeds of doubt, and energy drainers who rob them of focus. They recognize that growth requires separation and that some connections were never meant to last a lifetime. But they do not leave with noise or conflict. They walk away with wisdom, protecting their peace and their purpose. They do not explain their decisions to those who were never meant to understand them. They do not waste time seeking validation. Instead, they move forward with clarity, focusing on what truly matters. They guard their mind like a fortress, surrounding themselves with voices that inspire rather than weaken them. In the end, the intelligent person does not need to prove anything to anyone. Their life speaks for itself. Their success silences the doubters. Their peace confuses those who expected chaos. And their transformation becomes the greatest testimony of all, that when you protect your mind, your energy, and your vision, nothing can stop you from becoming everything you are meant to be.